welcome to Bloodtalk MMA. Today, with another Blood Talk. Today's topic will be Nate Diaz and what is next for him. Since a few months, Nate Diaz is going crazy on Twitter, roasting the UFC, talking about that he wants to fight. He has, as we know, one fight left on his contract. Then his contract is done, fulfilled, and it looks like he wants to leave the UFC. He said a few times he does not want to stick with the UFC, that he's not happy with the organization, that he doesn't like the organization. And I understand some points of him, like the NFT stuff, that they sell NFTs of his brother Nick Diaz, who they suspended for 5 years during his prime just because of some marijuana stuff, and now they're making money out of him. So I understand him there. What I don't understand is what he really wants. Sometimes he says, just let me out of my contract, I want to go to Bellator or to another organization. Sometimes he says he's done with the fight game, he wants to retire. Sometimes he says he just wants to fight, give me a fight. So yeah, he should just find out himself what he wants, because I feel like he doesn't even know himself what he wants. In my opinion, he has one fight left on his contract. He should fulfill that contract. He should fight a last fight. I would love to see Nate for a last time, because I'm a fan of Nate. I like Nate. If you're a fan of MMA, you have to like Nate. You don't have to like his actions that he does sometimes, but you have to like the persona Nate and the Diaz brothers overall.
It's Nick Diaz Army.
So the question that is still open is, who should he fight for his last fight in the UFC? Nate said he does not want to fight at lightweight again, so we have to look at welterweights. And Nate also should not fight a no-name or a guy that is like, I would say, Nate should just fight people that are in the top 10. Because Nate's a big name, the UFC wants to make money out of him, and we want to see Nate against a big name. That's just automatically normal. Like, there is no possibility that Nate fights a no-name or an up-and-coming young guy. It would make no sense for neither of the parties. So what makes sense there? Nate versus Dustin is for me definitely the fight that makes the most sense. Dustin wants to move up to 170, as he said sometimes, and Nate would be a great opponent there, even though of course Dustin is somehow in his prime more or less, and Nate is definitely past his prime. Nate is, not the youngest anymore, and it would be a hard fight, but it would be an interesting fight between two big names, so that makes sense. I don't know why the UFC does not finish this fight, because they both told us like 1,000 times they want to fight each other, and the UFC will make big money out of that. So I think UFC has a plan. What could that plan be? Probably Conor against Nate. I think they're waiting for Conor to get fit, because as Nate said, if we believe him, he didn't get offered a fight until now, even though he's begging for a fight. Normally the UFC gives you a fight if you beg for a fight. So the Conor trilogy is very likely, and it would make sense, in my opinion. It would be a trilogy that everybody would be interested in, would make a lot of money for the UFC and for both fighters, and I would like to see that. It would be a great fight for Nate to leave after. It would be a great fight for Conor to come back to.
The Irish are back!
So it makes sense on all points. The only thing is, Nate said he does not want that fight. He does not want to fight Conor because I think he said he's a coward, something like that. So that then, if we believe Nate, is not happening. Okay, who is also there? Masvidal, no, forget it. The rematch makes no sense. BMF title, forget that. Who also is there? Belal Muhammad is calling out Nate Diaz. Now, Belal tries to go to a title. Nate is not a guy that brings you to the title. Nate only brings you money. He's like kind of a money fight. But Nate Belal, not really interesting, and unlikely that the UFC does that. Who's also there? Who's also calling out Nate? You have Durinho, Gilbert Burns. That would be a nice fight. I would like that fight, even though it's hard for Nate because he would punch his head off, but stylistic, it would be a nice fight. So you have many opportunities there. Maybe there are some more that I now didn't mention. Write in the comments which fights would also make sense, because of course you can match him up against everybody in the top 10, but the question is, how much sense does it make, and how much do you want to damage Nate? In my opinion, Nate took too much damage in his life, in his fights. He should just retire. Especially after the last fight in UFC, he should retire for good. Win or lose, doesn't matter. Nate is a legend, Nate will always be a legend, and his health is definitely more important than the money. And he made a lot of money with the UFC. No deny about that. But yeah, he says he wants to go to Bellator, which would be interesting. It would be good for Bellator. I would watch Bellator then, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Bellator, but I would watch it definitely. I would watch Nate fight everywhere, and Nate would get a big payday. That would also be nice for him. So it would be a win-win. The only lose is Nate's health, because more punches, more damage, and yeah, the damage line is definitely crossed in his brain. So I would like Nate, same as his brother Nick, especially Nick, to just retire. Nate do one last fight in the UFC, fight Dustin Poirier or somebody, an interesting last fight, then leave as a legend, retire from the sport, do your Nick Diaz Academy, be a trainer there, be in the corner of the young up-and-coming Stockton fighters, which I like a lot, and yeah, be the legend that you are, Nate. Don't lose your health for this game. It's not worth it. You earn a lot of money, you have a lot of sponsors, and you deserve every cent of it, but you deserve your health as well. So that's my opinion on what is next for Nate, because we can only speculate. We have no evidence or facts rather than that he has only one fight left in his contract. So write your opinion. What is next for him down in the comments. It would really interest me, really. And let's discuss that, and we'll find out hopefully soon. Until then, make sure to eat your vegetable as always, and see you in the next video. Bye bye. Bloodsport out.
Eat your vegetables.